Many years ago, when my brother and sister were children, at Christmas time, we will never forget, we had gotten up really early, run downstairs, of course, gotten into our stockings, and we had opened up those things. I think we might have even opened a few Christmas presents that were under the tree. And we were kind of all sitting in the living room on the floor with the tree there and gift wrap. And we got quiet for some reason. And all of a sudden, we could hear this tinkle, 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 tinkle sound. And we're like, what's that? And we were looking towards the kitchen where the sound came from. And around the corner of the couch from the kitchen walked out an orange kitten wearing a silk pink bow. And we all went, ah, kitten! And of course, with us screaming that out, the kitten bolted and took off. So we named that kitten Tiger. And he was a long-haired orange cat and very bold and very confident. And he knew he had the most beautiful tail of all the tiger cats that are out there. And he was very proud of his tail. It was very bushy. And he was an amazing, friendly cat. And we loved him very much. It was, I think, in about maybe midsummer, and Tiger disappeared. We were letting cats in and out of the house back in those days, and he disappeared, and we could not find him anywhere. And I particularly had spent a lot of time with Tiger and loved him quite a lot, and I missed him horribly. And I remember riding my bike around the subdivision, up and down the streets, calling, Tiger, Tiger, trying to find him, and to no avail. Tiger was gone. And I spent a lot of time crying in my pillow, missing this beautiful cat that I love so much. And 6 months had gone by, and we had totally given up by that time. It was Christmas Eve, and my sister and I had gone to bed, and it was in the very, very early morning, and my sister woke up, and she could hear a cat meowing, and she said to me, we had bunk beds, and she said, woke me up, there's a cat meowing on the roof. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm so sleepy. There's a cat meowing on the roof. I was in the lower bunk. So finally I got up and I looked out, and outside the bedroom window, I could see a flash of orange. And I knew. I just knew. I dashed out of the bedroom. I opened up the bedroom door to Mom and Dad's room, and I shouted, Tigers, come home. And then I realized, oh, those are my Dad's deaf parents sleeping in Mom and Dad's bed, because they came down the night before. Mom and Dad were sleeping, I think, in the basement. Anyway, the heck with that. I raced down the stairs, ran through the kitchen, got to the back door, and then I started calling, Tiger, Tiger. And that's when I saw him on the roof, and he would jump into the apple tree, which hung over the roof. That's how cats would get on our roof. And he climbed down, and I had the door wide open, and he ran right into the house. Christmas morning, Tiger returned. It was the best Christmas ever. He did, unfortunately, have severe frostbite on the tips of his ears, and the vet told us they would eventually turn black and fall off, which is exactly what they did. In fact, I used to scare my sister and say that his ears were going to fall off in her bed, and that terrified her. And she has not forgiven me for that to this day, and she's like about to turn 60. Yeah, I'm not forgiven yet for Tigger's ears. But anyway, he lived to be about 21 years old, and he still is an amazing cat. He always will be in cat memories.